As a dental student, some of the more annoying things that you have to do is somebody who's never picked up a handpiece before. I'm learning how to use my hands to make crown preps or to do restorative procedures. It was a very weird experience. I never really complained about it, but I didn't enjoy it all that much. Was dental school worth it? Hello and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Jesse. I am a fourth year dental, no, actually, I'm not a fourth year dental student anymore. I graduated last week, so I'm fresh out of dental school now. It feels kind of weird, but in this video, I'm just gonna do a little bit of a reflection on my dental school experience and what I thought about it. Was dental school worth it? So my goal was to get into dental school probably halfway through high school. I knew kind of early what I wanted to do. So my entire journey up midway through high school up until college was about me getting in. So I streamlined everything, and once I got in, it was such a relief. I was super excited and really grateful for the opportunity. But getting into dental school has its challenges. When I got in, I was thick in the middle of COVID, so my first year and part of my second year was riddled with these mandates and a bunch of different things. We had shower curtains in our preclinical laboratory to separate us from our different cubicles. Like, it was a very weird experience. Some of our classes were online, but we would come to school for our preclinical courses and working with our mannequins. It was just such a weird experience that first year was kind of a blur, honestly. I say the biggest jump going from college to dental school is just the amount of classes we take. Your first year, your second year, you're doing a lot of studying, we're doing a lot of didactics. And so there were times we were taking 10 courses, 11 courses, over 30 credit hours. And, in college, you're taking 4, maybe 5. You're doubling that in dental school every single semester. And so a new semester starts, you're taking 10 new courses. And it was a real jump going from college to that. And that was a very big surprise. Along with the classes, we had our preclinical sim lab. So we were working on learning how to use our hands on mannequins, practicing on plastic teeth. And every couple of weeks we have practicals. So it was very stressful because those practicals weighed a lot on your grade. And, somebody who's never picked up a handpiece before, I'm learning how to use my hands to make crown preps or to do restorative procedures. If you have a class 1, like, what are the dimensions? Because we're working in millimeters, so you have to work with really small, fine movements, and that was a real big eye-opener for me. I think that was the hardest part going into dental school. It's not really the studying, was working with my hands, but you get better at it, and that was honestly the more fun aspect of my first year. Second year was all exams. I mean, exams. We were taking so many courses. They introduced us to a lot more of the dentistry related courses. So we're taking ortho, we're taking oral surgery, we're taking perio. So that was a lot more enjoyable, and what we were studying was more relevant, but there was just so much information. I remember one of our finals, we had like 10 finals in 2 weeks, including a practical as well. So we'd study for one test, the next day was another one, the next day was another one. It was crazy, but honestly, I enjoyed my second year a lot more than I think any other year. I find peace in studying and having that routine and going through that, but also because of what I ended up deciding to do with my career and pursuing a specialty, my third and fourth years were a lot more stressful. So that's why I didn't enjoy it personally. Typically, dentistry gets better every single year. So if you ask an average dental student, like, what was your favorite year, they'll probably say third or fourth year, because you're working with patients, you have more autonomy, you know a lot more, things slow down for you. So mine was just kind of, it peaked and then it just kind of went back down because of the other stuff I had to do. I think once you hit the third and fourth year, patient care becomes really fun. You're interacting with new people every single day, learning about different people, improving your skills every day. And dental school is such a unique environment because you're learning in a contained environment where you're under the guise of faculty. You're able to ask them questions. They're always there to help you. You're able to make mistakes. Patients understand you. And you're honing your skills as a clinician. And that was a really enjoyable time for me when I was allowed to focus on dentistry versus all the other stuff I had to do for specializing. But I enjoy that aspect of being able to actually provide care, because you're working your first and second year and you're not really seeing patients, and all of a sudden you get into clinic and that's all you do. So that was an enjoyable experience for sure. So dental school has its pros and its cons. I say dental school is very exciting in terms of you're learning something new every single day. It's such a broad field that there's just something you can do all the time. I say that as a dental student, some of the more annoying things that you have to do is, you're your own provider, you're your own assistant in clinic, you're your own office manager, you're calling patients. Patients will call you at random hours of the day, in the middle of the weekend. Hey, I have tooth pain. Can you see me? And it's like, no, school is closed. I can't see you. You have to do your own lab work. You have to deal with patient insurance. A lot of the stuff you have to do on your own. And schools have mechanisms to help you out with this and staff, but honestly, you do end up doing a lot of the work on your own. And so it even takes away from you being able to study. So you have class on top of that. You have to do the patient work on top of that. Write notes. So you're a clinician, but you're basically your own entire office. And that is a big learning curve and something that honestly, I didn't really enjoy that much. I always said I never really wanted to own a practice or do anything like that, but this actually confirmed for me that I didn't want to do that, because just the sheer amount of work you have to do to maintain everything was just not fun for me. I like to do the work and I like to do it well and just be able to see the patients. The weekends come in. I mean, I was here almost every single weekend just doing lab work for patients. Like we're pouring up casts, we're setting teeth for dentures. I mean, everything you can think of. But this is what you're here to do. So I never really complained about it, but I didn't enjoy it all that much. There's a couple things you enjoy doing, but after you do, like you set teeth once or twice, you're like, I don't want to do this again. But I'll have classmates that love setting teeth. So it just depends on what you like to do. I think dental school is what you make of it. So there is a lot of free time if you want. It depends on who you are as a person. I know classmates who like to go out, have fun with each other, travel, do different things. Some schools are more liberal with your free time than others. I'd say it depends on where you go to school, but you can make time for yourself. It just depends. Some people like to be in the sim lab practicing, preparing for practical on weekends. Some people have better hand skills, so they don't have to practice as much. Some people are really good at studying and focusing for 2 or 3 hours during the week, and they're able to get stuff done, so their weekends are free. But I was more of somebody that was in the books. I spent my free time in the library. I like to make sure I'm on top of things. I like to stay busy, so it just depends on how you do things. But dental school, for the most part, isn't pass-fail, and so every single course that you take matters. Every single credit hour matters, and so you have to really spend a lot of time studying. You have to spend a lot of time working. There's very few dental schools that are not pass-fail, and so it's the stress of making sure that you're doing well every single day that can weigh on you. And you're also in a unique environment where everybody's a high achiever, everybody's doing really well, and so that 1B, a lot of people have never gotten a B that are in dental school. It's just shocking. God forbid you get a C. That's crazy for a lot of people, but I think that you learn how to deal with the setbacks, understand that like you're not gonna get an A on everything, or you're here to learn, not necessarily to be the top of the class, things like that. So you learn how to deal with dental school, and you can make of it what you will. I say a really great thing about dental school is it teaches you how to act in a professional environment. You are a clinician for 2 years, you are a student for 2 years, but you learn how to work with people across the same level as you, your classmates, your peers. You learn how to learn from attendings and faculty. You learn how to help students below you. You learn how to talk to staff, how to talk to patients. So you learn how to become a professional, how to operate in meetings and different things like that. So all that is really helpful. To specialize in dental school, your experience is a lot different from other people because of just the different things each specialty requires. So if you want to do ortho, if you want to do perio, everybody's experience is a little different. But I'd say for the majority, we enjoy it. Dental school is a really unique experience. You put in a lot of work to get there. And so would I go back into dentistry again? Would I go back into dental school again? Probably yes, I think so. It's not a probably yet, I absolutely would. There are things I would tweak about how I would operate in dental school, knowing what I know now, but I would do it again. I think it's a really rewarding field, but it's not for the faint of heart. If you don't like teeth, if you don't like dentistry, if you don't like looking in people's mouths, don't do it, because it's really expensive. You're gonna end up with a lot of debt. The career is very rewarding, but for some people, maybe they want a more fast-paced life. So you have to really do some soul searching. Are you somebody that can handle the stress of it? Are you somebody that knows that is this what you want to do for the rest of your life? Shadow somebody, shadow a dentist, talk to dental students, talk to advisors, talk to dental schools, and see how each dental school operates. If you're applying to dental schools, see how they operate, see how they do things. Because I think the dental school you go to also kind of matters. Obviously, you want to go to a place that is cheap as possible so you save money, but also the environment you learn in matters. So all that stuff is really important, but just make sure you know that you want to do it, because once you get here, It's not easy, so you got to make sure you want to do it. Honestly, if I'm being really honest, I didn't enjoy a lot of my time in dental school, mostly because I was trying to pursue other stuff in doing oral surgery. So my dental school experience is not really analogous to somebody trying to do general dentistry. But for me, I had to find positivity in like the little things in the day, like my friends or talking to some staff or helping a patient, because the stresses of dental school and all the other stuff I had to do was just really annoying. And so my dental school experience was, especially for the third and fourth year, a real blur. And I would never want to experience that again because of just how much I had to do. But honestly, I'd say if I wasn't specializing, it was a good experience. You know, the things that I had to do in dental school, it was fine. Find friends, find mentors, ask people about their experiences. And, I think that at the end of the day, dentistry is a great field, really rewarding. If you like it, there's a lot of opportunity for you. There's so much to do. And I think that, like I said, I would do it again with some tweaks. But the experience overall was pretty good. And now that I'm graduating, I can look back on it and I can always say that, I was able to do dental school and I was able to go through it. And if I was able to do that, I'm able to do anything. So please like, share, subscribe. That's just a little off the top of my head about my experience in dental school. I'm sure I'm forgetting some things and I'll probably release it in other videos, but all in all, good experience. Ups and downs, just like everything. Just have to make good choices. And I'll see you guys in the next video.